Good morning, my darlings, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Oh my goodness, I have got my pumpkin spice latte to celebrate because I am a basic vlogger. Are we allowed to have pumpkin spice lattes after Halloween? I'm gonna say yes. I swear the ones that I make at home are so much better than Starbucks. So much better. And what else can I do with this massive bottle of pumpkin syrup that I've got, which I purchased to make pumpkin spice lattes, and I'm not even a third of the way through it. If you've got any ideas on what I can do, I might have a look for some recipes later actually. I wonder if I can put pumpkin syrup in any recipes. I don't know. Obviously the day that I'm filming this is not Halloween because you're watching this on Halloween. So between now and Halloween, I'm going to try to find as many pumpkins are autumn, aren't they? They're not just Halloween. I'm going to just keep on drinking pumpkin spice lattes until my syrup runs out. But I'm also going to look for recipes. Anyway, can you tell I needed this coffee this morning? It has brought me back to life. Also in the spirit of using it up, I put about twice the normal amount in that coffee. And it's so much better. I feel like I've been depriving myself before this. Anyway, it is a very autumnal day here in the Cotswolds, and I am going to be doing a little bit of sorting today. I'm going to do I don't want to call it a wardrobe clear out because it's not going to be that dramatic, although technically I will be clearing out some stuff. I'm starting to feel like there are some treasures in my wardrobe that I'm not finding as easily because there's just too much other stuff getting in the way. I have some new knitwear that I want to show you, and my knitwear cupboard is bulging at the seams, so I want to just basically make sure I can see all the good stuff. That is my purpose later on today. And we also have loads and loads of stuff going on at the house today, which is really exciting. We have got Andrew here, although what he's doing is not that visually exciting for you guys. It's basically like filling in cracks and holes and repainting the dining room and repainting, or painting for the first time actually. I don't think we've actually had it painted since we lived here. The dog's bedroom and all the kind of back stairway areas, but we also have the tree surgeons here. They have taken down the ivy covered, what I call the pigeon tree, because that was dead, and they're also giving the holly trees a major haircut, and we have also got the garden gate going in. So yeah, lots going on both in and out the house, so I'll give you lots and lots of updates. We also have Charlie's mum and dad coming over this weekend and some family friends, so I need to do quite a lot of like house tidying and sorting. That is also on the agenda. But first, I want to show you some lovely new knitwear bits. New knitwear and a couple of new, it's mostly new knitwear, and the pieces are from Everlane, which is a brand which a lot of you guys had actually said to me, Josie, you really need to check out Everlane. It's a brand which takes ethical sourcing and sustainability really, really seriously, and they have the most amazing selection of knitwear. So I've chosen a couple of bits which I'm going to share with you. I was actually just on their website because I wanted to be able to give you some good facts about their what they do, and it's really interesting. It says that on every Black Friday they donate their profits to improve the lives of the people that work at their factories. I've never heard of a brand doing that before, and I thought that was such a lovely idea. It seems as though they have really strict criteria with their factories. They want to make sure that everyone working at their factories, they want to make sure the working conditions are really good. Wow, and they've got a really interesting graph. I don't know if you'll be able to see this graph on their website, and it's saying that this is what it costs to make a garment. This is the markup that most retailers traditionally put on an item, which is a huge percentage. That little graph down there is the markup that Everlane puts on their pieces, and it says we reveal the true cost behind all of our products, from materials to labor to transport, and then offer them to you minus the traditional retail markup. So it sounds like a really, really good company. Exceptional quality, ethical factories, radical transparency. I love that. So without any more jibber jabber, let me show you some of the bits that I ordered. So first of all, this jumper, I was just so drawn in by the colour of this. I don't want to call this sage because I feel like the word sage is getting overused, and this is a little bit more fresh and zingy. I would call this eucalyptus. I'm going to call this my eucalyptus colour jumper. Really nice high neckline. Really gorgeously soft material. I think this is wool. I don't think this is cashmere. 42% merino wool, 31% Pima cotton, and 27% alpaca. Ooh, I got some really good wool detergent the other day. I will show you that in a second, but let me try and show you this a bit better. I'm really sorry about the background noise. The tree surgeons are literally working away as we speak, and I'm having to do a weird squat to show you this jumper. But yeah, just a classic jumper. They say on the Everlane website they're not big on trends, they're big on pieces which are designed to last, and so you'll find lots of really timeless pieces on their website. I thought this cool kind of eucalyptus tone worked really well with my, I'm going to call these my greige leggings. I'm just wearing them non-stop. They're nice and high-waisted, so very, very comfortable. So this is the first jumper. Yeah, just really, really classic, and I thought the colour was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I finally raised up the tripod so I don't have to, I say tripod, let me show you your current position. So the camera here is on a red Ken hairspray bottle, which is balanced on my Kerastyle's dry shampoo, which is then balanced on my Clé de Peau powder. But you'll be pleased to know that I have actually already ordered my backup camera ahead of Vlogmas, because I do play with fire with my vlogging cameras and I can't be without one in December, so I have already ordered my backup, and this one is starting to get a little bit faulty. Anyway, so this I would say most definitely is sage, maybe even a little bit darker than sage actually, but I wanted to show you a few different ways of styling up knitwear, because knitwear does form the absolute basic of my autumn winter wardrobe, but it's not just with leggings. Obviously on those days, like today in fact, when I am just working from home, I do mostly just wear a jumper with leggings, but I wanted to show you a way of styling it up a little bit. This is a different style knit from Everlane. It has got a kind of sporty style collar. I really, really like this collar detail. It's a little bit more relaxed in the shoulders, a little bit thinner. No buttons, no detail there, but I really, really like, yeah, I would call this quite a sporty, quite a preppy collar. Nice if you do have a little necklace on. This is my charm necklace from Thomas Sabo, which matches my ring, little padlock ring. Oh, I took my bracelets off. I'll pop those back on later. But yes, I decided to style this top with my white knitted skirt. I do love my white knitted skirt. This is the one from Reese a few years ago. And if I take a step back, you can see, I'm not sure if I probably should have put some taller boots on. I don't know if I like this bit of skin in between the skirt and the boot, but what this really needs is my jockey underwear, because you can very much see the line where the knit finishes. So if I was wearing this out the house, I would put my jockey high-waisted underwear on, and that would just leave everything nice and smooth. But I love the contrast. It's a really nice way of making knitwear a little bit elevated with a knit skirt. I'm sorry, the very loud chainsaw has just started outside, but I've just popped on same top, different colour, and also a pair of jeans. Yes, jeans. I had just heard so many good things about the Everlane denim that I thought I'd give it a go, and I ordered the size up to my usual trouser size, because I do find denim normally very uncomfortable. I think maybe I've just been buying it too small most of the time, but I still can't really see myself relaxing around the house in denim, but I see so many girls looking so cool on Instagram wearing jeans, and I do try every now and then to put outfits together. Everlane call this the world's cleanest denim, or the world's cleanest jeans. They are so stringent with the sustainability in their factories. The place where these are made in, I believe it's Vietnam, I think it said on the label. They recycle 98% of the water used in the production of the denim, and the same super high Everlane standards for their workers, which I think is so, so nice. The wash is really lovely as well. They're nice and high-waisted, and I think for just a classic outfit, with a really classic knit tucked into a pair of jeans, this is like such an easy to throw together outfit for a really kind of timeless chic look. The brand is from LA, and I can very much see LA cool girls wearing this kind of outfit. I love the wash of these jeans actually. I really like the contrast between the light and the dark. So maybe this could be the pair that finally gets me back into wearing denim. I would, as always, love to know your jeans styling tips down below because I really do need all the help I can get. Okay, so this I would say is a slightly more relaxed style knit. It's got a much wider weave to it, so it's a little bit more, I would say almost a little bit more casual in its style. Once again, I've tried it with the jeans, just doing that very kind of cool girl tuck where you just tuck the middle of the jumper into the jeans, and I think that looks really, really nice. But again, I'd be quite comfortable wearing a jumper like this with leggings or whatever, or even just throwing it over my shoulders with a slightly smarter outfit. If you're lucky enough to live in a warmer climate, then this is a really nice kind of knit to just have in your bag in case the evenings start to get a little bit cool. You know, you just want something over your shoulders. It's a really easy bit to throw on. I like how the sleeves are a little bit tighter down there, so great for bunching up. Yeah, really, really nice fit. And then you've got this, just change the lighting on the camera, you can see it's got this really chunky neckline, which is really, really comfortable. And I love the shades. It's like a light coffee-ish kind of tone and a creamy ivory white color. And then last but not least, we have the same knit but in 2 different colors. Don't worry, I will not be storing my knitwear on these hangers. I'll be folding them, but just to show you the different color. This is kind of like this is literally my morning smoothie color in a jumper, and it's got the contrast white buttons, but I've just popped on the cream version. This for me is just a really cozy, classic kind of grandpa style jumper. There's something very, just something very, I don't know what the word is, comforting about this kind of style. Like, it's just very, very easy to wear. As Everlane say, no trends, just completely timeless. I love the tortoise shell buttons, tortoise finish buttons. It is so soft. I wish you guys could feel how soft this is. I think you can kind of see in the camera. Does look quite nice actually, opened up. Yeah, that's quite nice actually, a little bit more relaxed, whereas that's a little bit more cute grandpa style. Again, if you do have some nice jewelry on, a great way of showing it off. I think if I lived in California or somewhere sunny, I would always have something like this, again, in my bag, even on like a beach day, to just pop on over the top of whatever I'm wearing, even if it's a little strappy dress for when the temperature starts to drop. But yes, with denim, these jeans are really growing on me. Let me know what you guys think to my little knitwear edit from Everlane. I will leave all of these bits linked in the description box down below. And now I think it's time to finish my pumpkin spice latte and check out the progress outside. So today's the day that the dead pigeon tree is coming down. As you can see, they've got a rope that they've got clung onto it so that it falls in the right direction. I think it's just a case of giving it a big old heave-ho.
Do you know what? This is an example of what ivy does to a tree if it's left to take hold.
Yeah.
This would have been a lovely old hawthorn tree.
Yeah.
And the ivy's killed the tree, but then ironically it's the ivy that has then been keeping it up.
Yeah.
Because he's just spent the last 10 minutes cutting the ivy roots at the bottom of the tree.
Right.
And they were like this thick.
My goodness.
So you'll see that actually without the ivy, the tree is pretty weak.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I always get very sad when trees come down, but this is definitely for the better. And we have planted so many to make up for it. You can see the 3 new ones all around it. Timber! There it goes. Oh, mind my new tree! Oh my god.
Just nice.
Wow. Mind my new trees.
Wasn't that one we wanted removed? that was nerve-wracking. Yeah. Those ivy roots were thick, weren't they? The ivy was holding it up. Yeah.
Wow. So as I mentioned, there have been a few things going on in the house and in the garden lately, and Charlie has also been picking up some new lampshades, which has actually been quite transformative here in the drawing room. We are hopefully going to have a bit of a makeover in here before Christmas. We're getting some curtains and some window seat cushions put in because this room is very woody and it just needs a little bit more texture and a little bit of softness added with some fabrics. It's always quite hard to film in here as well because where the windows are so open and so bright, it creates a lot of contrast. But I wanted to show you these. So these are little battery powered lamps, which is fantastic if you have somewhere where you just don't really want to have electricity cables running through. I can't remember where he got the actual lamps, but I will find out and link them down below. But the lampshades are from Pookie. These just arrived today, so we've just popped those on. And yeah, we are going for a red theme with lots of the finishing touches in here. We also unboxed this one from Pookie today, this red stripe. We are very much inspired by the double red duke. You guys might remember us raving about it quite a lot, our favorite new pub here in the Cotswolds. But the reason why I've come in here is because today I have just unboxed a very kind delivery from Cù Bòcan. You might remember I spoke about Cù Bòcan a little while ago, and I was kind of encouraging you guys to try whiskey in a way that's not necessarily a way that you might think. And I always think of this room as a whiskey drinker's room, and this chair, I can only imagine, we got this from an antique shop in Broadway. It's so worn away on the arms. I can just imagine many generations of old men sat there with a cigar and a whiskey, and that to me is like the traditional view of whiskey, just on the rocks with some ice. But I am inspired by this new creation. This is their creation number 2. And I'm going to try making something a little bit different, a splash of the unusual. Hands-free for doing my cocktail making. So of course, main ingredient is going to be the Cù Bòcan, creation number 2. This is literally an award-winning whiskey. I think it won double gold. And Cù Bòcan is known for their really soft and subtle smoky flavors. And they do like to encourage their drinkers to try something a little bit unusual, which is why I thought this cocktail would be absolutely perfect, because I don't know about you, but for me, cocktails are not the first thing that springs to mind when we think of whiskey. So we've got Japanese shochu and European virgin oak, which I think is going to be a really unusual combination of flavors. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. A little bit of Far East meets Europe when it comes to the flavors, meets Canada with the maple notes in there. Okay, so let's start with the cocktail. I'm going to start by filling this with ice. I have got maybe like 8 ice cubes here. As much to get the cocktail shaker cold as anything else. And then quantity-wise of Cù Bòcan, I'm going to pop in the equivalent of around 3 tablespoons worth. I'm going to use the top of the cocktail shaker to measure this out. Now, because this is such a rich whiskey, they do actually say this is best enjoyed neat or with a very subtle addition of mixers, would you call them mixers and garnishes? So for hardcore whiskey drinkers, this is literally perfect. I do have a sweet tooth and I like to make things a little bit different, and I have been very much enjoying, especially as you come to this time of year, and especially in this room, like when the fire's lit, we've got lots of friends around. I like to do something a little bit different, which is why I love that they're all about the unusual. So with my ice and my Cù Bòcan, next ingredient that I'm going to add is maple syrup. I would say you want around 4 teaspoons worth of maple syrup. I'm going to do this by eye. And then a similar quantity of fresh lemon juice. If you don't have any fresh lemons in the fridge, or if you make things with lemon juice quite frequently, I'd recommend just getting one of these bottles instead of having to cut lemons up all the time. Just makes it a lot quicker and easier. Not too much. And because I want this to be quite a warming, almost a little bit festive, I'm going to add in a pinch of ground cinnamon. You can also finish off with a little bit of cinnamon as the garnish. A pinch of cinnamon going in there. That smell makes me instantly feel warm and cozy inside. Okay. So all my ingredients, don't want to tip it too much, all my ingredients are in the shaker. Make sure that is on nice and tight. Okay, we've got some fresh ice in the glass. I would recommend checking out, by the way, the Soho Home store when it comes back to Bicester, which should be literally any day now, because they have some really, really nice glasses in there. A little extra shake for good luck. And then I'm going to use the strainer to pour this out. I love the rich, really natural colour that you get from the Cù Bòcan. It pleases traditional whiskey drinkers and cocktail lovers like myself alike. Let's give this a try. Oh my gosh. That is such a versatile drink because of the sweetness. To me, that could almost be like a summer cocktail, but then at the heart of it, it's more smoky, which for me is a winter cocktail. But I think this one with the maple and the cinnamon, it's just a little bit more kind of earthy, a little bit more warmy, a little bit more warm, smoky still, just perfect for evenings by the fire. And I don't see myself as a traditional whiskey drinker, but I'm not gonna lie, this time of year, I don't see myself as a traditional whiskey drinker, but at this time of year, it's just something really nice about trying something with a little bit of oomph, a little bit of body, a bit of richness to it. And this is gorgeous and so easy to make as well. So all I need to take with me to my friends is the Cù Bòcan. I'm sure she'll have maple syrup, but I'll take it anyway. Lime juice and ground cinnamon. So easy. I love it when things are easy, and yet it's so nice to wow your guests by making a cocktail. Like, I've never been to a friend's house and they've made me a whiskey cocktail. It's just so lovely to do something a little bit unusual. Also a really lovely Christmas gift idea if you know someone who is a big whiskey drinker. With it being a little bit unusual, matured in the Japanese shochu, I'm presuming that's a kind of tree because it says matured in Japanese shochu and European virgin oak, so I'm guessing that's the kind of barrel that it's matured in, which gives it, somewhere I read that it's got like a key lime kind of flavour to it, and I can get that. I can get that mixed in with the smokiness. But yeah, a really unusual flavour. I have certainly never experienced a whiskey that has these kind of rich, unusual, sweet but smoky flavours before, so it'd really wow the whiskey drinker as a Christmas gift, but also really lovely for us to have on our drinks trolley to wow our guests as well. So I think Charlie's gonna light the fire in here soon, start cooking our dinner for this evening, and I am now confident that I can make an excellent cocktail for our friends at the weekend. Cheers! On my whiskey discovery journey, I have just found a video online with the correct pronunciation of Cù Bòcan. Cù Bòcan is the correct pronunciation, not Cù Bòcan as I have just been calling it. I don't know why I gave it a slightly Spanish twist when it is, I believe, a Scottish Gaelic word, which comes from the mythical translation of ghost dog, which apparently haunts the distillery in Tomatin where it is made. So Cù Bòcan. It really bugs me when people pronounce things incorrectly, so I felt the need to correct myself. Cù Bòcan. Cù means dog, and Bòcan meaning ghost. So hopefully now I'll try and get myself in the habit of pronouncing it correctly. Well, it's not really showing up on camera, but the lighting outside at the moment is pure magic as we get that autumn sunshine. I've just shut Dickens inside. Come on, baby. Do you want to come outside with Mummy? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, little boy. If you're not quick, the door's going to shut on you. And we can see the progress of today. So the pigeon tree is gone, the holly trees have had a haircut, and the dead yew tree from the pond is also removed, which is hopefully going to let a lot more light onto the pond so it won't end up being quite so green. We can see down here that the crabapple, the leaves are starting to turn orange. It's going to look very seasonal down here. It's great to leave these out in the garden because it acts as winter food for the birds, but it's going to look fantastic when all of these leaves have changed colour. And down here we have got a little bit more process to report. So this gate post entrance area is going to be a beautiful wooden gate, and you can see, I don't know if this is a finished size, these look absolutely ginormous, but yeah, this is the progress in this area so far. I think they were just working on the foundations today. but before too long this area is going to be transformed. Now I don't know where those little doggies have ended up. Ooh, my spinach has fallen over. Pixie! Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Going to help Mummy make some holly decorations? Look at that face. It's like, not a chance. Come on, baby. Look at the sunlight on the house. It looks so beautiful. Love this autumn sunshine and the border. Oh my gosh. Do you remember how boring this area used to look? There's Dexy. This used to be so plain in front of the house. Putting in this border is the best decision that we made. Well, it certainly isn't my neatest arrangement ever, and I'll definitely tweak this a little bit, but I decided to just pop all the branches that have come off, well, not quite all of them, pop some of the more Dexy, more berry-laden branches that came off the tree today in this galvanized, I think it's probably an old milk pourer, and just pop it by the fireplace, and it's just a little hint of a festive decoration and a great way of making use of some of the beautiful branches that have come off the tree. What do you think? Am I boring you, Dexy? Am I boring you? Come on then, let's find your brother. Good morning, my darlings. I'm about to head out and do a quick Peloton, but our tree surgeons have just arrived, so Charlie and I are dashing outside to ask them a very big favour. Basically, I had a little brainwave this morning thinking about our Christmas dinner table, and I remember last year looking on Pinterest and seeing pictures like this. I'll pop one up on the screen here, where you basically have wood charger plates underneath, and I always thought it was a really lovely idea, especially if you have quite a wild foliage as the Christmas table centerpiece. And Charlie and I are hosting Christmas again this year, and we have the perfect, hopefully, logs in our garden to make these wooden charger plates. So we're going to go outside and ask the tree surgeons if they might be able to cut them into about inch or just under an inch thick slabs, and then I'm going to sand them down and varnish them, and hopefully they'll be perfect for our festive table. As you will have seen yesterday, salvaging the holly and the berries for a decorative feature in the house, I just want to make the most and reuse as much as possible. So let's go outside and see what they say. So we're selecting the best sizes. I think this is a really nice, a good circumference, and Charlie's picked that one for the serving platter.
We've had a bit of a creative.
Gosh, I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over the wind, but this is the inspo image that we've just shown the tree surgeons, and I'm wondering if we could use this little one here for drinks coasters, and then we've chosen this one here and this one for the main place settings. Charlie's chosen this one here to do a couple of serving, what would you call it, serving coasters? Serving chargers? Not sure. I thought maybe we could do a couple out of this one, which is slightly smaller, maybe 4 or 5, just for putting candles on the table for extra decoration. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to get enough out of these two here to create 14, at least 14 chargers, and that will be perfect for our Christmas dinner. It has actually been a little while since I've been in the gym. I think that because the mornings are so dark at the moment, I just really don't like leaving the house when it's dark. So coming, even though I only have to walk about 10 seconds from our front door to the gym, it's just too much. It really is too much on these dark, miserable mornings. But today, woke up a little bit later today. When I say a little bit later, I mean 6 o'clock instead of 4:30 when I've been waking up recently. And I got a little bit of work done before heading into the gym. It's now 8:30. So I thought I would show you my workout outfit of the day, because this is a new addition to my collection of the Sweaty Betty Halle Berry Respin edit. It's a really nice like turquoisey shade. Quite a fresh, I'm going to call this eucalyptus as well. It's like a eucalyptusy, and then you've got a silvery, almost like a paint splatter pattern on there. I think these are the power leggings, so they're nice and high-waisted. You've got the long pocket down here, which is great for popping your phone in. And then it came with, and then you could also get the matching cropped sports bra, which I have got on here, and even the matching cardigan, which has got a very handy little zipper on the sleeve, again for locker keys or your phone or earpods, and the little hole for your thumb as well. So I've actually got a call at 9 o'clock, so I'm only going to have time to do a 20-minute Peloton, but let's get going.
For the next 20 minutes, we're going to experience some rolling hills, and then the hardest part of your ride will be the last 2 minutes right before descending recovery. We have a power effort will increase, road gets steeper and tougher. When you turn to the left, numbers decrease. You're not giving up. You're just doing what works for you, what's safe, what gets you to the next place.
Okay, it's a couple of hours later. I have done my Peloton, managed 20 minutes, and made my phone call in time. The tree surgeons have chopped up lots of logs. I think I'm going to have to do some sanding and some varnishing later on. And I have just driven a very bumpy road over to Hayley. I'm going to get my nails done, and today I have I've actually planned ahead for once what I would like nail art wise, and I'm very much inspired by the Dior advent calendar this year. It's got a really beautiful like celestial floral design, and I think I would quite like that to be my festive nail design. But I thought, because I might be shooting some festive content next week, I thought we would do a little trial run today. So I have pre-sent Hayley this picture, and that is the inspo for today. I feel very, very countryside-esque in my appearance this morning. I've got on another Everlane knit. I don't actually think I showed you this one yesterday. It's more of a creamy colour, and then I have got my shuffle jacket, which is this lovely tweed, brown Amazon leggings, and my Chloe little shearling boots. So bougie countryside is what I'm going to call this outfit. Now I'm actually 10 minutes early. I'm going to message Hayley to let her know that I'm here, because sometimes I can go in early to get my old nail varnish removed, and I'll see if I can show you a little bit of the process. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is definitely my favourite that my nails have ever been. As I mentioned, I showed Hayley a picture of the Dior Beauty Advent Calendar. I'll put a picture on the screen here, and that is what we used as the inspo for today's nails, and she has just absolutely smashed it. This is almost like a cow parsley flower, and then we've got suns, we've got some astrological designs, some ferns, stars. She has done such an amazing job. It's always quite hard to show you, and she used gel bottle colours. I'll try and find out the name of the shade that she used as the base, and then this beautiful gold. Such intricate detailing. I have never had such dark nails, and I think with the gold it's festive but autumnal, seasonal. Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love it. I'm not gonna lie, I could not stop staring at my nails the entire drive home. I was on the steering wheel just like, oh, they're so pretty. Definitely a distraction, but before I unrobe, I just wanted to show you this jacket. I did show it to you in a wardrobe clear out video when I was reorganizing my summer to autumn bits, but this is my first time actually wearing it out of the house, and it is such a gorgeous jacket. It's got this really fun lining, high quality. I think this is like a tweed wool along the outside, and it just feels like such a classic and well-made piece. Really lovely. It's got these kind of, I call these almost like an equestrian style pocket, where the pocket is almost bolted on. Such a beautiful design. So I thought I would just show you this before I unrobe. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but my duty this afternoon is prepping these log sections, and basically we've got Charlie's mum and dad and some family friends coming over this weekend, and I think I'm going to start to get the table set up and see how these look. So they're possibly a little bit thicker than I would have. Ooh, the doggies are home. They've just had their haircut. Let's see how smart my little boys look. Haircut boys! Oh! We've got our little posh neckerchiefs on. Dixie! Where's my Dig? Oh, my posh little boy with his neckerchief on. Lenny! Oh, Daddy, we look so smart.
Very smart.
We look so smart. Were we good boys, Daddy?
We were.
Do we have festive neckerchief? Oh no, it's a Halloween neckerchief. Oh, Dickie, you look so smart, my boy. Oh, Dexy. Dexy looks so smart. You're showing off for your mummy, are you? Look at those neat paws. Look at that glossy mane. Look at that handsome little bandana. Oh, you posh little boys. You are posh little boys. Have you been groomed? Were you good boys or were you naughty as normal? Oh, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. Funny boys. Sorry, puppy distraction. Yes, Charlie's mum and dad coming over tomorrow evening, but Charlie and I are actually going for a friend's house for dinner, so I'm going to set the table up so that they can enjoy dinner, and I'm going to set it up with these wooden bits. So I think I am going to have to do some treating, but that is a weekend job. What I'm going to do is order some more coarse sandpaper online, sand them down. They obviously need to dry out a little bit as well because they are so freshly cut. But I'm going to have these as the charger plates. We'll use these as coasters, and then the much bigger ones will be great for serving boards in the middle. So for now, let's get these inside. I've brushed them off while enjoying my pumpkin spice latte. Looks literally just like foamed milk. Yeah, and make something pretty in the dining room. As this is my Halloween vlog, it seems only right that today should be the day that I pick and finally harvest my pumpkins. So they have grown to a ripe old size, fantastic big juicy size, vivid orange colour. I definitely want to try growing some smaller variety next year as well, and I know that this bed they prefer very much so to the bed that I attempted to grow them in down there. So this feels very sacrimonious after growing these little babies from seed. There we go. Officially snipped. Now I actually think you're supposed to leave them in position for a couple of days to dry out, but I'm going to take these straight round to the porch. Ooh. One. Ooh, that is heavy. Two. Any more? Anything else I can harvest? I could actually snip some dahlias, although they're not quite the right colour for my tablescape. Oh, they are so beautiful. A few of you said to bring my marrow in. I'm just not sure what to do with it. I really don't think it'll be edible anymore. Never mind. They actually look rather cute just as a pop of orange outside our back door, and this is the door that we use the most actually, so I might just leave them there for a few days to dry out a little bit, and then on actual Halloween they should be in the perfect condition for carving. Change of heart, they're so beautiful. I think even though they're not going to go with the theme of my dinner table, I'm going to cut a few stems and pop them in some water for the bedrooms. Okay, so I've created a couple of little bouquets. This one is going to probably stay down here. I've done a couple for the bedrooms and a few for the bathrooms throughout the house as well. While I was busy doing that, we've had a delivery, and it is a selection of fresh red diamond strawberries. Now, this is very much not strawberry season. We're in autumn now, and strawberries, especially British strawberries, are normally a summer thing. But a new thing that Dyson are doing is a very sustainable farming technique system up in Lincoln. There's a massive greenhouse up in Lincoln where they're using sustainable farming practices powered by Dyson technology so that we can have strawberries in season longer throughout the year, therefore reducing the air miles, getting them into the UK and allowing the UK to be more self-sufficient. And I'm not going to lie, they look like the best strawberries I have ever seen. How wonderful is that? A really lovely idea, and interesting to see how Dyson are putting their many technological advancements to good use. So, oh my gosh, they smell so fresh. What will we cook with these strawberries, darling?
Or are you going to do a pudding? I have berries on my porridge every morning.
You do?
Don't you think? They are literally like the reddest strawberries you've ever seen.
They're called Red Diamond.
Aren't they beautiful?
I have never seen such perfect strawberries.
No, neither.
And they smell incredible, so thanks, Dyson.
Oh, wow.
Here we are in the dining room. This is sadly quite a dark room in the house, so we just have to kind of embrace it. I'm never going to really be able to have a dining room or a dining table where it's all light and fresh, but instead it's just a really cozy room. Hopefully tomorrow we've actually got that antique that I was telling you about that's going to display my plates up there, but because we've got the extractor fan on, because you can see the damp on this wall is not good, I'm not going to be able to talk through what I'm doing because it is quite noisy, but I will stick you on a time lapse and show you my finished table setup once it's complete. The complete table. I always think they look a little bit better when the candles are lit, but I can show you the progress so far. So as you might have seen from the last time lapse, I ran out into the garden and grabbed a few leaves just from, I'm not actually sure what tree these came from, but they're a really gorgeous golden colour. So many have fallen near the pond, so I thought I would grab a few. So I've tried to create a little bit of height variation here. I've got one wood cookie, apparently that's what they're called, stacked there with a pumpkin, two stacked over there with a little white pumpkin. We've also got wood cookies for the drinks place settings, and then I've stacked up our burley pottery. I think the green design works really well, and then these rough linen napkins, serviettes, which I got from Dalesford. Our usual cutlery, the green glassware that I got from Amazon, pine cones from the garden, pumpkins from the farm next door, and then my pumpkin casserole dishes. I'm not sure if they still have any of those in stock, but I will leave them linked down below if I do. So this is, I'm pretty pleased with this table considering most of these bits are foraged from the garden, so they were free, which is always better. And it just looks really lovely, ready for a wholesome Halloween dinner. So seeing as lots of you enjoyed Charlie's cooking segment in the last vlog, I thought I would ask his lordship to explain what is for dinner tonight, darling?
Tonight is a serious cheat meal.
Cheat meal?
Well, it's not particularly healthy, and it's not particularly creative or complicated.
Sounds good.
So we have pasta. What's it called, this pasta? You know what it's called, don't you? It's this sort of
arrabbiata?
No.
The type of pasta?
Yeah. It looks like this.
Oh, I don't actually know what that kind of pasta is.
It is called gnocchi sardi.
Gnocchi sardi.
Yeah, anyway, it's nice. We've got pine nuts toasting in the oven. So a little cheat in that we always have pasta like this. We always have a Dalesford pesto. Can't be bothered to make my own pesto. We won't use all that, we'll probably use a third of that. Pine nuts are in there, we always have pine nuts on the go.
And we nearly always burn them as well, so we need to be careful.
There's a timer on for that.
Well done.
And then we've got passata there. Then we're going to add some fresh basil.
How did you make the passata?
It's just out of a tin.
Ooh, it is a cheap meal.
Yeah, it's a real cheap meal. Well, to be honest, I would always use passata out of tin. What I'd normally do is add some cherry tomatoes or something in there.
Okay.
And normally, to be fair, if we had courgette in the fridge, with some red onions and garlic, I'd do that in olive oil.
I could get some tromboncini from the garden. We've got some little babies.
Late, actually, at this point now, I think. And to be fair, I'm literally exhausted today.
So what are these little added
We're going to
bits?
drizzle a little bit on there. We're going to have a little bit of parmesan. This we had in the fridge, which is...
What is it?
Sort of like mini mozzarella.
Nice.
So I thought if I just chop it up,
yeah,
we can have sort of, there'll be just little cubes.
I've never seen little mini mozzarella balls like that.
So I thought I'd literally just chop that up, and then we've got the basil, which I'll chop up finely.
Yep.
But yeah, as I say, normally I would, for something like this, normally I would do a bit more veg, we'd have spinach in there and stuff like that. But tonight, I just want a quick and easy meal. So it's not particularly exciting, and it shows that we don't always cook from scratch.
He says with raw ingredients all over the kitchen. Well, it smells delicious. The dog's bedroom has also been painted since I last spoke to you. Doesn't look any different, but well, you might remember.
It does to the eye.
It does to us, yeah. You might remember a few months ago, well, nearly a year ago now, we had that nightmare trying to get this chair that we had loaned from a brand for a photo shoot up this wall, and the delivery guys, unfortunately,
we're useless.
Yeah, created a hole in the wall from manoeuvring the chair, and we finally have had that patched up, so that looks great. The boot room areas is looking nice and neat and tidy. Got a few loads of washing on to make sure we have no washing in the house for when Charlie's parents and family friends arrive tomorrow, so it's looking fairly neat and tidy. Dexy's looking neat and tidy after his haircut. If anyone else has a pet that walks around knowing that they look posh after a haircut, let me know, because this little boy has been prancing around all afternoon. Let's show everyone your neat little paws. Look at those exceptional paws. Oh, you're so divine. Look at this glossy coat. L'Oreal, if you'd like a new ambassador. Well, you probably can't afford my rates, but I've got the best hair in the game. Ooh, 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 I love you. 5 minutes later, and it is smelling scrumptious. So what do we do here?
Tomato goes in.
Passata.
Then we get the pine nuts in. That's not hot anymore, which is good.
Well done for not burning them.
Few sacrificial ones. Then nice bit of black pepper. Chuck the old mozzarella in. At this point, let's give it a good. We've made, well, obviously Mum's going to have a delivery, isn't she? But we tend to deliver food to Josie's mum twice a week, I'd say.
Yep.
Make sure she's eating well. I mean, look, this isn't crazy unhealthy.
It's not fresh, unhealthy at all.
But for us, it is a sort of cheat meal, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not unhealthy.
Get some nice fresh basil in.
Very nice.
Now, I'm going to put some of that in, and then some can go on the top.
You could have done this in the always Our Place one pot.
I was just rushing. I'm exhausted today.
Yeah.
And a little bit of pesto. I'm not going to put too much in because we've got all that basil in there.
Gosh, that looks and smells amazing. I'm going to get this bowl ready to take over to Lala's, so you're just going to stir it up and serve, right?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Another bit of black pepper. And then...
You left some of the pretty
more
bits.
Black pepper.
Perfect presentation.
Oh, and never forget, just a little bit.
Tiny bit. A kiss of olive oil.
Oh, there's not much in that. Oh, it's perfect actually. Beautiful.
et bon appétit.
I've taken Lila her Cotswold Deliveroo and I'm going to tuck in, and as usual I'm going to end the vlog just before we sit down for dinner because I always forget afterwards and I always get very sleepy after eating. We've got an Ocado order coming in the next hour and a half. Hopefully it comes before the 8:30 end of the slot because Charlie and I have been getting into bed at like 20 past 8 on these dark, miserable, cold evenings. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's been quite a wholesome home vlog, some knitwear, trying on, some nice warming, almost festive cocktail making, some foraging and tablescaping, and a nice hearty autumnal recipe to end it off. So darlings, thank you for watching. I hope you've had a wonderful Halloween or are having a wonderful Halloween, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.